Hello, everyone, and Eid Mubarak! Happy Eid!
Yay!
In today's episode, we'll obviously be talking about Eid. But more specifically, the things that we love about it, but also the things that irk us about the holiday, like things that happen that we don't enjoy. Like every family gathering, there are pros and cons. So joining me, of course, is my second family, Kinza and Manalo.
Hi!
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. And even more you too, Manalo.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah, so excited to be here. I think that we should kind of like preface the episode and kind of talk about what Eid is a little bit for our friends who might not necessarily know what it is.
It's not just Christmas for brown people.
It's not Muslim Christmas, right?
Muslim Christmas.
Well, I can explain what happened before Eid. So we had a holy month of Ramadan where we fasted every day from sunrise to sunset for 30 days. Nope, not even water. It was about a 14 to 15 hour fast every day. Just making that really clear that we don't fast for 30 days. So it's every day for 30 days. There's a difference, I promise you. But one of you want to explain what Eid is? Like, despite it being a celebration that is the end of the month, what else do you think, how we can describe it?
Yeah, I think that it's essentially a festival, right? It's a festival. It's back home, it's really a 3-day festival and a celebration. There's obviously the religious affiliation with the end of the month of Ramadan, which is fasting. And it be really the whole essence behind it is coming together in the form of a community and really celebrating together. It kind of like strengthens the bond of brotherhood, and sisterhood. Together,
and friends,
family, and so it's back home or even here, this is home as well. I should really stop saying that. But yeah, it's definitely a very, very elaborate celebration that I recently found out that Pakistan actually just gave 10 days off. Like the government actually announced 10 days off for like a whole Eid thing.
Imagine that. 10 days off for Eid.
Imagine 12 days off for Christmas. Oh wait.
It does happen. But so for all purposes, it's filled with colorful clothes,
lots of food,
jewelry, gift giving. Yeah.
Well, we get money in the form of what's called Eid. So like family members gift each other money. The other thing is Eid is decided by a moon phase. It's based on sightings of the moon. So every mosque has their own either 2,000-year-old BC telescope, or they have Google and space.
Google and space.
Figure it out. Because we're living in 2020. Anyways, that's my little opinion there. But we can Google moon sightings. Woo! Yeah. Anyways, speaking of recent times, in light of current events, because of the pandemic, we are facing a different way to celebrate Eid and Ramadan, and that's at home. Which brings me to my first point in what we like about the holiday, the giving and receiving of money. Do you guys think that this year it'll be over Venmo and PayPal?
I hope so.
And the cash flow must never stop. So yes, I vote for yes.
Spoken like a true businesswoman. For those who don't know, she's an actual businesswoman. That's not a joke. Like, she's an actual businesswoman.
But yes, it must never stop. So I'm expecting a lot of Venmos and PayPals.
Yeah, same.
And if my grandparents don't know how to do it, don't worry. You best believe I'm going to facilitate that.
We will teach you.
Yeah, we'll facilitate that.
And this time voluntarily, instead of teaching you Facebook, because we don't want you there. We don't want any aunties or uncles there. But, we'll teach you Venmo and PayPal. Kyunki hamara fayda.
Yes.
It's to our advantage.
It's to our advantage. No, but it's so cool, right? Like, so, just like you said, it's like it's a celebration of the end of the month of the Ramadan. This is the very holy month, and we've just gone through fasting for 30 days or 29, depending on where how that moon is sighted. So the day or the night actually of the moon sighting itself, what it's called Chand Raat. Chand literally means moon, and Raat means night. So it's the night of the sighting of the moon. And just like how you said, depending on, how the moon is sighted and whether some mosques, there's always this debate that comes up every year.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it today or is it tomorrow or is it the day after tomorrow?
Very entertaining.
All the
It's
time.
tomorrow.
It's so entertaining. I specifically remember there were like a couple of years in our own family where like some family members were still fasting and some family members were like,
Yo, that happened to me too.
do you remember that? Like that was really,
That was really weird.
I think it was the last one too.
was it?
It's literally every year. It's so confusing.
I think it might have been. But yeah, so that's called the Chandrat. So this night is like super exciting, right? So family members, they get together, they come, girls, guys, whatever, there's this excitement of like, okay, what are you wearing?
Yeah, lots of shopping too. Lots of
Oh, hell yeah. That's the best part, Manal. Do not euphemize the best part.
lots and lots and lots of shopping. There we
you
go. And then lots of like henna sessions going on for girls that like that.
Some really
And
talented
guys,
folks
guys
out
like
there.
that too.
Yep. Really, really talented folks out there, with that.
Including you.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, you know what I use? Full disclosure here, I use a stencil. Like, I have no artistic talent whatsoever. I use a stencil, and everyone's like, "Wow, look at your henna."
love it though.
It's okay, let them think it.
Let them think it. It's fine. But fake it till you make it, right?
It's
My favorite thing about this holiday is dressing up or helping
Yes.
family members dress up
Yes.
after dressing myself
Yes,
up.
yes.
Oh my god, the outfits are on point, and social media is lit with hashtag Eid outfit.
So
Are
much
you
going
kidding?
on.
I
Yes.
have like 3 of her Eid outfits on Instagram, and
I
I stan
have.
all 3 of them.
Thank you.
Yes.
And
Displays in
stay
them.
tuned for this year's.
I totally forgot she did that. I totally forgot that.
Yes, I have a fan group. But yeah, stay tuned for this year. Hopefully I look good. I mean, like Eid selfies and Eid pictures themselves is like such a big it's a job. It's a job on the
It's a
day.
whole
of.
mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole production.
Yeah, it is. It has
First,
to
I
be.
take 17 pictures, like my mom or my dad or my cousin, maybe my nephew this year, is gonna take pictures of me, and then I have to like go through each one,
Yes.
maybe edit it, crop it, filter it, face tune it to the point where I don't look like a donut, and then post it.
Yes, and this one is always my photographer, so.
I love that. I
You
love
have
you.
actual photographers. You have talented people in the house
Oh.
to help you with that.
But yeah, I mean, I guess like this year it would mean more, depending on more social media and digital ways to kind of show us, our
Yeah.
outfits off.
Or Zoom Eid. That could be a
Zoom.
thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
You're right.
One big giant link to the entire family.
I think
Oh,
that'd be
God.
fantastic.
And we could have our
Cool.
chais together. That would be fun.
I feel
Yeah,
like
mute annoying aunties.
Yes, please. Or kick them off. That's
Yeah,
why it's
just
important that we're the
disrupt it.
host
Oh,
of the
yo,
meeting.
If you guys are the host, that is like absolute privilege to kick out anyone who's being judgy or annoying.
it's
And
not
let me
funny.
just say, like, imagine muting an auntie and then you get a WhatsApp message, ye chal nahi raha, kya hua? And they're asking like, what the hell happened?
And
Oh, the
block on WhatsApp too.
satisfaction.
Yeah.
The
Oh, I would
satisfaction.
love that. I would love that.
Oh man, it almost makes me wish that it was a real life capability. Mute.
Muting an auntie?
Yes. Or my favorite, kick out of the meeting. This person would not be able to join the meeting after you remove them from the meeting.
And then change the password.
Wow, imagine. Whoa.
No,
But
man,
then how are we gonna
God.
stay entertained?
that's right though.
I mean, look, Zoom with the family on Eid is a really cool idea. Let's face it.
Yeah.
But based on what we just said, there are a few things about the holiday that irk us, and that usually is in the form of how people are acting. I mean, look, this is usually, we don't have this huge gap of not seeing each other because in Ramadan there's usually parties and dawats. Dawats is just parties or gatherings. But this year we didn't have them. So I feel like on Eid it's going to be really different. Like everyone's going to see each other after a while, and I feel like the annoying things are just going to be not on anyone's priority list. And everyone's just going to be like, okay, I took you all for granted. Please take me
Yeah.
back. You know?
Yeah, that's a good thought.
That
It
is.
might
That's
be a
interesting.
sentiment. Might
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Are you like having people over, or are you like meeting up with family, or how's it going?
Oh, no. Because of the pandemic and
Yeah.
my father and I being like high risk, like
Yeah.
we don't we don't want to take any risk with that.
Yeah.
But with Eid, it's like, okay, if you have a sibling or you have like one aunt or one uncle, then with social distancing guidelines and outdoors, I feel like it's okay as long as everyone wears a mask and they're like 6 feet apart. Then I feel like it's okay.
Yeah.
But because of Desi culture, because of South Asian culture, if you invite one person, you need to
Invite everybody. You can't just pick and
the whole
choose
army, baby.
10
No.
people that you want to have, because then that will just spur up, like, that's gonna cause World War III.
You're gonna hear about that.
And World War III with all of its meaning, because guess what? The cousins in India and Bangladesh and Afghanistan and Pakistan are all going to be like, wait, why didn't you invite us?
Yes.
And we're going to be like, wait, what? You're going to travel here in a
How?
pandemic for a davat, for a gathering?
Yeah, like that would have happened anyway. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm just.
But yeah, no, I have to say Eid here is very different than Eid, obviously, in our home countries. You know, like you said before, it's not 3 days, it's just 1 day. And I have to say, like, we have spent a lot of Eids either just sleeping at home or just eating at home, you know, just staying home, which was very, very weird, because like back home, like obviously you go from one house to another house, like you run out of time in the entire day to like meet up with people. But here it's like very different. Here it's just like what you make out of it, kind of.
Absolutely. And just some backstory. I've been here my whole life, but however, these sisters that you see before you or here before you have had a time where they lived in Pakistan. But when I visited over the summers, I would also have the similar experiences as them in terms of Eid, and that was lights everywhere, stores open beyond 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like,
Chandra.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. And over here, it's like not as much as a vibe. Especially on like Long Island, we don't have like a huge like Desi population.
I mean, you could go to Jackson Heights if you're like so into it. But I strongly say no against. I say no.
Oh, really?
It's too much. Yeah.
Well,
I just don't think it's the same.
Yeah.
It's not though. You're absolutely right.
I hope though that we get
I'm
somewhere.
agreeing with you in the sense. I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with you in the sense that like I've visited Pakistan. I've seen how.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's literally lit.
Yeah. Everywhere.
Actually, like,
Everywhere.
But
it's like when you go to Huntington Village in like Christmas season,
time.
you see all the lights and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It's true.
So nice. I love it. I love Christmas too, by the way.
I was just talking to
Oh,
Matt
I like
about
Christmas fans.
Oh yeah, she just told me, are you ready for Christmas time? And I'm like, hell yeah. Yes, please.
Guys, it's freaking. Sorry, because of the pandemic, I don't know what day it is, so I don't even know what month it is, by the way.
True.
Oh, it's May. Yeah, it's May. Why are you thinking about Christmas?
You know, I guess like I've lost all sense of time, honestly. But it's there now. I'm there. But no, dude, it's like I feel like, you know, I have a lot of growing up to do, I guess, and stuff like that. But I do feel like maybe it's the burnout that our adults feel by just being here for a long time or something. But I feel like when we are, you know, maybe when our cousins are a little older, or like, you know, people are a little bit more outgoing or something like that, I feel like it's on us to change that.
Yeah, and I think that like us specifically, like this generation specifically, will do that because like we said in our previous episodes, we're just so much more drama free and judgment free and all that extra stuff free, that we don't have time for that, so we can actually focus on the stuff that actually matters, which is like making the most out of this holiday. So I'm excited for when like everybody around us grows up a little bit, so we can do all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
And you may have actually like older cousins to like, you know, speak from experience, but we're coming from like a place where, okay, yeah, we've spent like about 10 Eids here so far. And, you know, we just really miss the excitement in Lahore and like, you know, being one of those people that is up till 4 a.m. and just like, you know, kind of chilling at like our uncles' houses, or like, you know, there's like this whole, you know, music and movie session going on, and you have like a bunch of people to visit and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you know, and talking a little bit about drama that you said before, one thing that I would like to point out that happens a lot, I feel like back home, is also, you know, oh my god, like, you know, she repeated an outfit.
Yeah.
Oh my.
She repeated an outfit, or she repeated a bag, or like.
You're saying that to the wrong person though, because I'm very conscious about outfit repeating. I'd never do that. But I see
Really?
what you mean.
If Kate Middleton can do it, we can do it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, take it up 0 to 100. She went 0 to 100 real quick.
But well, okay.
You guys have had like 10 Eids here, right?
Yeah.
Like, I have a huge family here, so it's like I don't have that experience of like not having like hundreds of families here. You know what I mean? So we do feel the vibe, we do feel connected, but the thing is, the more people also means the more problems. So it's like, I mean, we do have a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, like it's a great time. But like the after effects of it, the little toxic traits come out here and there. That's all I'm trying to
Talk to us about it a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what speaks to you that can be better?
It's the comparison stuff. It's like, okay, this person bought this from Janae Junction. This person bought this from Gucci. And it's like, it gets really annoying because like, that's something that shouldn't matter. You know, like, even repeating outfits, like you said, that shouldn't matter. I mean, I irked a little bit when I said that. It does matter. But anyways, but like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone should just have their own way of enjoying it. And you know what's really annoying to me is like, let people enjoy the way that they want to enjoy it. I like enjoying Chandra by going out and going to the parties and everything they have on Long Island.
Totally.
One thing Long Island does good is the Desi population that's in college. They do a great job with having events like Chandra. I like to spend my Eid like just being with people, going out to movies with cousins, or like, you know, things like that. But we get drama because of people who are like trying to enforce that this is a holy day and you guys should be like doing this instead of that, and that's when it becomes a little bit like people get turned off by it, and then it becomes drama. So there's that division too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess that is the essence of our podcast, right? Like, what will people think and say? And I think that, you know, I feel like that really, really reminds me of like what you're saying. Let people be the way that they like to be, because we cannot really force, you know, a celebration or the understanding of a holiday the way that somebody else is seeing it. It could be totally different.
Exactly. Like, let people live their lives.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I think that's a very like open-minded, modern, youth, Western thinking that I have, and that's the individualistic society portion of my culture, and that's like deeply ingrained in me. And I feel like a lot of people don't have that, because like some of my cousins came later than others, so they have a very hard time understanding that. But for the most part, like, they've really done a lot of growing in a sense that everyone has their own version of spirituality. Everyone has their own version of celebration. So let each person have their moments, you know. Like, not everybody has to do the same thing. Not everybody has to send an elaborate calligraphy card that has like a entire Quranic chapter on it, and then you know what I'm talking about. You don't do that.
Like those specific cards. Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. That's my take.
Yeah,
on it.
no, I agree. Yeah, Eid means different for everybody. I agree
It's
with that.
different for everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
I agree. Like, actually, it's funny because you say it that way. I mean, I've heard from my friends that are, you know, about their faiths, and you know, they celebrate other holidays like, you know, Christmas and stuff like that, where they'll be like, oh yeah, like, you know, Christmas is, don't forget what Christmas is about. It's about celebrating Jesus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know. So, you know, so I feel like this is in the same vein where it's like a celebration means different things to everybody, and it is definitely not defined by, and I really respect, you know, but that how you come from a place where you're like, you know, clothing and like, you know, fashion is your thing, and so it makes sense why you would be calling that out. But like, your celebration and your worth of how you represent yourself and all of that stuff should definitely not be defined by how much Eid, which is money again, that we give to other people, or they give to you. You know, it should not be defined by the amount. It should not be defined if I, like, you know, chose to repeat an outfit.
Yeah.
You know, it should not be defined by, like, you know, oh, I had, like, so many people over at our house and we made, like, 100 things to eat and all that stuff. Because that's, like, stuff that actually...
Yeah.
Oh, we're privileged. We're lucky.
Yeah. Or like how fat somebody looked and what they were wearing.
Oh, that is just body shaming.
Yeah.
Like, especially on a holiday.
It you know, I've noticed it comes out more. It comes out more on days like Eid.
Unfortunately.
when people might be wearing, clothes that are so out of their comfort zone, because, let's be honest, we don't wear this every day. So then to put them down, especially when they were already feeling so vulnerable, that's something aunties should really take into consideration. It's really mean.
I think also take into consideration that quarantine isn't an excuse for you to fat shame all the girls in the family. Because
Right.
I'm sorry, if there's any like young, and I know because we have people who listen to this that are of this category. If you're a young, desi, flourishing woman and you face the judgments from aunties, don't let them body shame you because of quarantine. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you're घर में बंद बैठी थी तो अब देखो इतनी मोटी हो गई. No, we don't want that. We don't want any auntie to say, oh, you got so fat because of quarantine. No, don't let that happen. Stand up for yourself, but also don't cut the ties, because I know that's all. I don't want to advocate for that either.
Yeah. No,
I don't want to be a bad influence either.
But no, totally. I mean, like, talking about some of the fun stuff, the gift giving and the coming together and the love that everybody comes together with is so nice to see. It's really a chance to reconnect with everybody. It's really a chance to make some like really beautiful photos happen.
Yeah.
Oh, you got me.
Right?
Yes.
I know that Banahal is gonna have a whole session. I'm really excited about that.
Oh,
But
Depends on how I look, but we'll see.
don't judge yourself. I'm just
I'll
saying.
look on multiple accounts.
Yes. But yeah, hanging out with I love seeing my grandparents, and I like making them happy when they see me in my cultural clothes. because
Yeah,
they
that's
don't-
like the one time that they're extremely happy with what we're wearing, because it's not like some putty jeans.
torn jeans.
So ripped jeans is a whole new episode. Is a whole nother episode.
That should be
too.
an episode. Ripped jeans.
But if you know, you know.
If you know, you
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Having that moment of rekindling the culture and the tradition, be it through like showing it by wearing those clothes to elderly generation. Because I feel like the problems aren't from grandparents usually. They never are. They're usually
Right.
from uncles and aunties.
Yes.
And sometimes even like younger cousins. But
Yeah.
it's mostly from judging aunties. And I
Yeah.
hate to say that.
And uncles too. Don't leave the uncles out. It's funny because sometimes uncles are more
Yeah.
toxic. They are, because they will actually judge you from behind the scenes, and they will whisper stuff to their wives and your elderlies, and then in hopes that they'll pass the message to you. So be careful of that, because uncles can be real snakes sometimes.
Hashtag
Absolutely.
coming from experience.
Yes, hashtag throwing shade.
Totally.
Okay, thank you for that, by the way. Which I'm gonna ask for more details after the show. But
Yes.
I have similar stories. But like you also have people who judge the gifts that you give and get. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
Because it's after Ramadan, this person is like vaping again. Like, okay, like that's none of your business. Like, leave it. Like if somebody's giving somebody a jewel pod for Eid, like. Okay, me included. Like, I think that's pretty funny. And this never happened. I'm just making this up.
It is
But,
pretty funny.
Like, still, like, who are you to judge? Like, if that's what they wanted as a present, let them freaking do
Yeah.
it. Like, why does everything have to be a calligraphy card? That's my question.
I love that.
Why does
really
everything
use
have
that.
to be a tasbih? Like, you know what I hate when you get like an Eid present that's like a date, a chwara, and like a tasbih. Like, you get a prayer bead, you get a date, you get a kajur, you get a date, and then you get like little like soft kitania, like mouth fresheners in a bag. And I'm like, what the
Context. Context,
Wow,
please.
yeah.
hell? You couldn't have gotten me a tunic. You couldn't have gotten me a kurta. You couldn't have gotten me like. Just give me straight up cash. Why do you have to give me a
Or a gift card. Be like, if you want to be like that, I'll take a gift card.
Gift cards.
Gift cards are great. I know people don't like them a lot, but I like gift cards.
I think that, yeah.
I like gift
They're easy
I like
peasy.
gift cards better because listen, then they can decide what they want. Like
Right.
they're not like forced into one
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
Totally.
But if it's an uncle, get them a Home Depot gift card. They'll love you forever.
Yeah. And another thing that I love about Eid is, so me and my sisters, we have a tradition of Eid coffee runs.
Oh.
Yes. So after we get dressed every Eid, we go out to Starbucks or Dunkin' in our clothes, and we get, there's no money limit on Eid. There's no money limit, so we get whatever we want. However many donuts, however many coffees, and in our clothes, and we get complimented a lot. a lot. I don't know what's gonna happen this year, but we'll go through the drive-through. Why not? So that's like a tradition.
Do you guys want a special guest this year?
Yes.
Because if it's that Starbucks, then I'm gonna meet you there.
That's
I would love that.
We would love that.
I come in a Sherwani, and then I just have like all my girls like fall. Oh my god!
That would be so cute. We should totally do that.
Love that.
You can be part of our tradition now.
You can be part of our tradition now, because the whole thing is like, you know, you go out and like you have this whole thing, and people look.
Yeah, and if the cute Starbucks barista isn't gonna see me, then who is?
Oh, I'm down.
Okay, I'm really excited. That thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's gonna be cool. Okay, look, this is what happens when you have chemistry and when you don't have like a fixed script or direction. Is because you can go off and still keep it entertaining. I hope.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right.
But yeah, the point is that you just like make your own traditions. You know.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think that point that we brought up, that you guys brought up with the coffee run, is that like every year you have something that you do. Like
and you look forward to it. Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Totally. And yeah, and kind of like, you know, spread the word, spread the vibe about like, you know, what we got going on as well. You know, I think that every year we get, you know, interesting questions and interesting comments and interesting compliments, and I think that we really enjoy it. You know, some people don't like that stuff, but like we definitely have
I like it.
Yeah.
you know, totally. Now it's all about a matter of like being comfortable about what you're doing. So
yeah, exactly.
Speaking of comfort, actually, a tip, guys: don't send WhatsApp pictures that you just took of everybody without their permission. Hello.
Yes, please.
Jeez.
Don't send a picture of me in my bad angle to 3 different countries.
I know people you know, spread it all across the country without like even asking, hey, like, is it okay if I send this? And it's really disturbing.
You know what I tell people? I'm like, if it's on my Instagram, you can share it because I posted it because I was okay with it.
Yeah.
But if somebody else took a picture of me, show it to me first before you send it. It might have neck fat in it. It might have that pound cake that I developed over the 30 days of eating unhealthy. My stomach, aka. But yeah. So like, approve the pictures before you send them. PSA.
Or like ask even if you want your picture sent or not.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Consent.
Yeah. Picture consent.
Basically, I mean, I would like to share, like, you know, a thing like with us. I mean, we were at a family gathering, and this wasn't even Eid, but this is applicable to such situations where, like, you know, one of our aunts was like, "Hey, can I just like request you guys that, you know, make sure that you just don't send it to Pakistan or you don't send it to da 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 because, you know, we get the comments never stop for like 6 months to come, and it's always about, oh my god, look how much weight she gained, look how much weight he gained, oh my god, look at their house, oh my god, look at that.
Look at how they look together. Like, it's just stupid comments.
I'm sorry you guys have to deal with that. That's so unfair.
Isn't it? I mean, it just made us feel bad, and we were like, you know, okay, this is clearly a thing, and of course we knew that before, you know, that such a thing was even brought up by our family member. But the thing is that, you know, that's not necessarily like it's actually, I know certain adults in our family that take offense to the fact that they can share our pictures.
Yeah, which is so weird. They get mad that they can share your pictures.
But you're their property, Minahil.
I know, but I don't think that's how it works in brown culture.
I had to say it like that because that's how they think. That's literally how they think.
Dude, you want gossiping material? Like, talk to me about my life. To me. Don't look at my picture and judge. I'll gossip to no end. Just talk to me about it. I'm happy to gossip. If that's your entertainment. Just saying.
Oh, that's too good. That's too good.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, you know, I hope this year we make the best of it despite the circumstances of it being stay-at-home Eid.
Yeah.
Stay-at-home Eid, I like that.
And to be honest, I'm just happy I don't have to wake up at 7 a.m. and go to the mosque because it's closed. I'm so sorry, but like, sorry, not sorry. I just gotta be very honest. I'm a person of sleeping in, and Ramadan made me even more of a person that sleeps in.
Well, you should catch the later prayer. And not the 7.
Oh, there doesn't know because you don't get it. It's because of the pandemic. They're not having.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, usually you should catch the later prayer.
Yeah, if that's what something.
Are you kidding? I'm not going with this face without
okay. Sorry.
Face mask or anything. I'm not going without that.
Makes sense.
You know me. You know me better than a lot of people.
No.
I spoke too soon. Sorry.
Should have checked in with you before this episode began.
Okay, delete picture in WhatsApp group. No, but you guys, this team we have here is a blessing in itself. Like,
Totally.
thank you for being basically my therapist.
Aw,
Thank you
no.
for listening to me rant every week, be it
dude.
text
You
or voice.
do.
No, dude, thank you. I mean, and you know, something that I really loved about, you know, this session was talking about how to make our own traditions. I mean, one thing that I would love to share with you is it's something that our dad does is super cute. I totally.
He's
share
been
this.
doing it ever since like
ever since I
he had
remember.
children.
I think so.
First he did it with
Wow.
you, and then us both, and then like our little demon sister.
Our demon sister. So
Hello, Fatma. Anyways,
yes.
hi Fatma, if you're listening.
She's
Fatima-
passed out on the
She
couch.
totally is. She totally is.
She has iftar coma.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree. But I have to shout out Fatima, and I think that this is something that we didn't discuss. If we had had like a Ramadan episode, maybe we would have. That she's been in the kitchen making sehri and iftari. Sehri is like, you know, when we have food in the morning.
it's the feast basically before sunrise.
Yes.
Exactly. And iftar is when we actually break the fast, and that's at night. So Fatima has been in the kitchen, you know,
Making both.
making both and feeding the family, and as we know that's like, you know, really noble. And so calling out all the, you know, all the girls, all the moms, and of course the dads, because never be, you know, because there are, you know, those, my dad does it too, that have been like, you know, in the kitchen and
Yeah,
making food
helping
for
so
us.
much.
Yeah, because the
so
feasts,
much.
for people who don't know the tradition, the feasts are pretty big. I mean, iftar and sehri, the sunrise and sunset feasts have a lot of material in them, even though you know, honestly, if you think about it, we don't need that much food, but you know, we have a lot of items, so it's nice to get help.
Yeah.
But what were you saying about your dad, that your tradition?
Oh,
that you said-
right.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I totally have like episode ADHD. I swear
okay.
to you. So,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, something our dad does is, you know, along with the tradition of the Eid, is that he asks all the kids and actually all the members present in the family
Yeah.
at that time in the moment, because I remember there have been like super long lines.
Yeah, long lines.
So our dad just sits in like this one corner of like the room and everything, right? And he has this like big fat wallet with him, and he asks everybody in the family to like line up
From the youngest to the oldest.
Wait. Okay, and
from the youngest to the oldest, and one by one, like he gives Edie to everybody.
Yeah. And then you're supposed to you know, hug him, and
Just to,
in return for the Eid, you're supposed to hug him. That's all he asks. And say Eid Mubarik.
and there have been like times where like his younger sisters and younger brothers have been in that line. Their kids have been in that
Yeah.
line. Like literally,
Like long lines.
like long lines. Like,
that is balling. Dude, that's awesome though.
Yeah.
What a great tradition.
Yeah, and now it's the three of
It's in
us.
Santa's lap, Nate.
yes, it is. It is like sitting.
And now it's the three of us. So it's a shorter line.
And our mom.
And our mom. But what we do is that we just go and stand back in line so we can get more monies. So he's like, what? Yes.
That is so sweet. See, that's the positive of. I like how he helps in the kitchen. I like how he has traditions. But unfortunately, because this podcast is honest, and we're going to be brutally honest, a lot of South Asian men, right, including myself in my earlier years, do not help in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They sit around while everything is being made, or they're sleeping.
Right.
I have sort of broken this tradition by sleeping in, and then after sleeping in, helping out in the kitchen. So like
Nice.
sort of having both best of both worlds situation. But I don't let my mom stand there alone. Not
Yeah.
anymore.
That's so nice.
And a lot of Desi guys, a lot of South Asian guys do this to this day. Like, and I'm so sorry. And I'm sorry I'm throwing shade like on my podcast. Like, I'm not using this to attack any one person in particular, but I know people who
That's the
don't
truth.
do shit. Like
Yeah.
they should be helping them out. It's not only a job for women. This is not 1,000 years old before India and Pakistan became nations. Like,
Yeah.
like relax and let's blur the lines on gender expectations, because this is like a topic that any of our episodes you've listened to, we always incorporate this.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
But in this matter, I want to just say shout out to all of the women who deal with men like that.
Yeah.
Completely.
That's a great way to put it.
Totally. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what? On that note, I really just want to shout out this brand called Rung Co, who posted this beautiful post that said, "Women are the largest untapped reservoir of talent in the world." The reason why I wanted to include this now is because think about all the talent that goes into the food that was made over Ramadan and the sweets and the dinners that are made over Eid. Shout out to all the women.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
And thank you for being one of those people that, says, hey, I gotta bring this positive change and I'm gonna become that person. And, there's always that line of like, maybe there is like, exactly like you put it, the best of both worlds. Women get tired too. They get up at odd hours and do that work too. They get tired too. They get sleepy too. Why is it the expectation that, oh my God, what are we gonna do for iftari if my mom didn't make it?
It's funny because my grandma just recently told me the story about how when she had just gotten married, she got married when she was 17. When she just got married to my grandpa, she obviously lived in a joint family, so she was the one, since she was the oldest brothers, or like, right? Yeah,
she would be the oldest
brother's wife. Yeah, or the first wife to come into the house. She had to make the sari for everybody, so she would wake up and about 2 hours before, and she would make 14 rotis for everybody. And her roti size is humongoid, it's huge. It's two of my faces put together huge. And she had to make 14 of those, 2 for everybody in that family. All by herself. I was just wow, it's insane. I can't even make an anda, and you were making 14 rotis. It's crazy. I thought that was insane. Granted, this was 60 plus years ago, but still, I thought that was insane.
No, that is a lot. No, say it like it is. That is too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I totally see what you mean, because I see people bahu, how would you say,
daughter-in-law?
Daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law is they get, that's straight up abuse. The work that they have to do and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see it as much nowadays, but I know in our homelands, it still happens. And there is no euthanizing it. It is abuse. And they should stop this.
Yes.
And they should sort of empower women and get the guys to get off their asses.
Yes, please. Finally.
Old-fashioned, man. Come on, it's Eid. Especially on Eid, don't be so old-fashioned. If there's a new moon sighting, it should be a new age.
Yeah, totally. If we can sight our moon on Google, men can help in the kitchen.
Hashtag men help in the kitchen too.
Yes.
Because what is this? This is 2020. What are we in 2,000 years old when the women used to do everything and no one used to stand up for themselves because they were afraid of being killed? That was part of our history. I'm going to say it like it is.
Yeah.
It used to be the case, but not anymore. I mean, I know it is still in some countries, but if you have made the migration to modern United States, to modern Canada, to modern UK, then at least unlearn the bad parts of our culture.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I agree.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
unless you want the auntie makeups to be sweating into your food.
Dude, why do you have to say it like that?
I'm gonna make it gross for the guys.
Moment.
I'm gonna make it gross for the guys here. I'm gonna do it, okay? If you want, if you're gonna make your auntie, if you're gonna make your mom tired, her makeup's gonna, because
her sweaty makeup is gonna come off into your whatever you're eating.
So don't make her tired. Get off her butt. Get off her butt. I don't know. Maybe this is 12:30 a.m. Kenza, dude. All right.
It is 12:30. Yeah.
I'm just saying, but don't do it.
Yeah. Well.
Don't do it.
On that note, don't do it. Don't do it, and that will be our parting words. The other thing is, if you're celebrating Eid, be happy. Let people celebrate the way that they want to celebrate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't bring weird drama into the family that makes people angry. Don't nitpick. Don't compare. Don't get jealous. Enjoy. Wear your best clothes. And slay the charts. I was going to say something else. Slay the charts. And when you do that, when you feel yourself, when you're happy with who you are, and you show up to that Eid gathering, whether it be through Zoom or 10 people, under 10 people in person. Just don't worry about
Log
Log
kya
kya
kahenge.
kahenge.
Log kya kahenge.
Take
Eid
care,
Mubarak.
everyone. Eid Mubarak.